we actually made it on time for
Hey,
Sunday
everybody.
Night Live.
Happy
And we're both
Sunday.
here. We're doing other stuff, but we're both still here.
Well, I am in the process of, so you could say your hellos, you could take on,
I will do
because
that.
it's been like, I don't know, 4 months, way too long. I promise you guys, I've been working hard, and I am literally dropping a video as we speak. So, what?
Quit lying.
What are you talking about?
You haven't touched that video in like.
But I said I've been working hard. I didn't say I've been working hard on the video. I've been working hard in general. Guys, the struggle is real.
That's true.
Okay, anyway,
that is true.
Listen, you do you. Go.
we're only a year and a half behind in
Literally.
vlogs. Anybody want to see the rest of the Carnival Magic series? Because one day,
that was like 2 years ago.
One day you'll get to see it.
I promise. We have the content and it is coming. It will come.
Patience is a virtue. And we love you all for it. So thank you all for joining us. What's up? What's happening? Kick count 1, Chris. It's we didn't even start yet. Listen, I've been on my feet all day. My back is killing me. I'm about 14 Advil in, so let's say hello.
Hey guys.
We're punchy tonight. Mom's here. How are you, Mom?
Mom.
Richard Vanden Arn joining us from. Are you joining us from New Jersey or not quite yet? I think tomorrow. Let's see. Michael and Maria are here. Rob
Hi,
from
guys.
Cruise Seekers. Good to see you,
Hey,
sir. Nice to see you doing so well. Keep seeing you coming out in that in the top there. Good for you.
Yeah.
We're very happy to be associated with you. That's very awesome for you. Congratulations on that. Will G is here. Good to see you, sir. Tony is joining us from the Serenade of the Seas.
Tony, before we go live, we were just talking about who do we know that's actually on a cruise right now, and your name came up, and then we're like, oh, Tony's in the chat. So thank you so much for joining us. That's awesome.
Tony's up out of, I think they left out of Boston. They're heading up to see the leaves. They want to.
I want to do that so bad, and you don't.
We got them out front. You posted a picture of it today. We got leaves right here.
I didn't post it. I just shared it.
Oh. We got leaves here. Oh.
You guys want to see?
Scott show him the phone. Show him the phone. Yeah. Scott McNeil is here. Good to see you, sir. Hello, how are you? Let's see. Kevin. Yes. No, Kevin. So, yes, beer is a muscle relaxer. So the Advil has to go down with something. So
it's our front yard today. I don't know if it's gonna.
There you go, right there.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Yep. Nope.
Anyway, whatever. You guys get the gist. Whatever.
It's gold.
It's really pretty. We're at the peak of colors right now. So
yes,
it's nice.
Cruise Nuts has joined us. Good to see you, Mike and Tracy. How are you? But yes, but we're back. Bride did a good job filling in last week. So last week, Bride was broken.
Last week. Last week I came home and I was on.
You got home Thursday, sweetheart. Today's Sunday.
Oh. Yeah.
Julie's pretty much been sleeping since she.
I'm not even kidding you guys. That's how messed up I am. Like, I don't know what day it is. I don't know which end is up. I said like 3 times today, I need to sleep for a week. I really, really do. I need to sleep for a week. And I am at 100%. Woohoo! We have a video going up.
All right. So we will make sure that we end on time tonight because we will have a premiere right after the live.
Are you sure? Hold on a second. I just need to look at the calendar.
No, you literally you got back Thursday.
You're right.
I know because I had to go pick you up. Yeah. So anyway, Shayna and Mark are here. How is Oasis? Let us know how you're loving our favorite ship.
Hey,
or at least
guys,
my
thanks
favorite
for
ship.
Logging in too. We have 2 people on a cruise that logged into us.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, or 3 if it's Shayna and
Well,
Mark.
we're going to say, Tony, go find Matt. Tell him to join us. Kevin says his son lives in Vermont and all the crazy New Yorkers are up there, apparently. Yeah, that's what happens on the East Coast. The leaves start to change color from the north to the south, and everybody just chases these leaves. I mean, granted, it is pretty. I mean, I was driving out Route 80.
Today, we were just talking about it.
I was heading over the Delaware Water Gap the other day, and there was yellows, there was golds, there was greens, there was all sorts of different colors, and it was, we do live in a pretty nice looking place.
I love where we live.
It's no Caribbean, but it's not bad.
I love where we live.
It's not bad. But Julie did just get back, despite what she thinks. She did just get back.
I'm so.
That's right. Chris is up in Vermont. Yes, the out of states are here. A couple towns.
Chris, are you guys at a peak? Like, are you guys the leaves like down and out, or do you guys still have some color up there?
A couple towns shut down roads to visitors.
Wow.
I didn't realize it was that big. I knew it was a big thing. I didn't realize it was that big a thing. Hopefully, it's not any of the roads to the breweries, because Chris, where you're at are some of the best breweries, like in the country.
Ryan's absolute favorite.
Chris, we'll talk. Z is here. Hello, sir. How are you? Nice to see you. Chris says it's on the downside there. And Sugar has joined us. Hello, Sugar. How are you? Richard says the lack of cell service here is making watching this live impossible. I was kidding.
Can you talk?
No, I was pretending like the.
Oh, I wasn't following. I got you.
Okay. But anyway, no, we are. So Julie's back, and tonight we wanted.
Do we have anybody new? I'm just curious if we have anybody new in the chat. So if you are new, just give us a thumbs up, give us a hi, give us a.
Yes, no, you are required to introduce yourself. We like to know who. No, you're not required, but we want to know because we like this community, and that's why we do this every Sunday.
Yeah.
Every week we talk about.
What am I calling this? Nassau Private Beach.
I don't know. I'm doing this. You do that.
Right.
But every week we talk about, like, we do this live stream every Sunday night. We love talking to everybody, and we go through these spurts where we go, oh, should we keep doing this? Should we continue doing this live stream? And every week we end up coming back because we know we want to come talk to all the people that are here. It's one of those things where sometimes there's more people in the chat, sometimes there's less people, and we always wonder if what we're doing is worthwhile. And when you all come in, it makes it worthwhile because we all want to talk to you guys, and that's why we do it. Shayna says Oasis is great so far. Luggage was there as soon as the cabin was ready. Excellent meal at the MDR. Fun show at Studio B. Oh yes, ice skating show.
I love the ice skating show.
Mm-hmm. And good internet for the live with a picture of Strongbow. Can't beat that. No, that's awesome.
I think Oasis has Starlink, right?
Yes, Oasis has Starlink.
Yeah, Oasis has pretty good internet, but it get a little bit patchy depending on where you are on the ship. So there are places that you can go on the ship where it gets a little bit iffy, but I absolutely love Central Park. It's one of my favorite places on Oasis.
Yeah. So we have people on cruise ships. We have people counting down. Our countdown is 14 days. To the Anthem Takes Jersey week. So let us know what your countdowns are. Let us know when you're going to be on a ship again, because right now Cruising on the High Seas says that 7 days until Cruise Day on the Glory, and will be my first Carnival cruise. So that leads us in. I love how these segues just kind of. I want to thank you all because you guys just work so well in the chat to give us all the segues we need. Oh, hold on. I missed this. Chris says distilleries are the new thing. It's microbreweries are old news. Well, if they're old news, then you just tell the alchemists they can ship all their inventory down to me, and I'll take care of that for them. Scott has 6 days till the Glory. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. We've got Cruising on the High Seas says 7 days until the Glory. And Scott has 6 days until the Glory. So Cruising on the High Seas, will you be swimming out to the ship, or are we just I love that when people post the same ship. It's fun. Shayna says the live is absolutely worthwhile. Okay, we'll stick to it. We do stick to it. We always say
I love going live. I really love being here with you guys. And you do too, but you're always the one who's like, whatever.
Right.
But no, I love coming live.
Rob will be on the Celebrity Eclipse in 6 days. Now, Celebrity is definitely something we gotta try.
Yeah.
And
I can't wait.
I keep trying to get to our topic for tonight, and I keep getting distracted. Oh, look, squirrel.
Something shiny.
What? What are we talking about? No, so
Guys,
Julie was on
every day. It's not just tonight.
So Julie's on Liberty of the Seas last week, and she's calling me, of course, at the most opportune times. And
Guys, I'm so busy. Like, I'm so busy when I go on these ships. And I say that with love. It's so much fun, but there's so few opportunities to really get to call home because we're obligated to, like have the schedule that we follow and help out and whatever. I'm truly working. It truly, truly is a busy time, but a really, really wonderfully busy time. So the times that I have to call home, and I'm not even kidding you, like I call and he's like, "What now?" And I'm like, I have like 5 minutes. Can I just like say hi? Not even kidding you.
To be fair, when I was traveling a lot for work, I would call home and I would get the what?
That's true. I did. I totally gave that to you.
It's only fair. Sugar also has 7 days until the Carnival Celebration. We love the Carnival Celebration. It's one of it segues into our topic. So anyway, Julie calls me from the Liberty of the Seas, and that was the first ship that we vlogged, which makes a great trivia question when we do trivia. Sometimes the first ship we vlogged is the Liberty of the Seas. But the point that she kept saying is, I said, "How is Liberty of the Seas?" And you said she's looking kind of old. She's looking kind of beat up.
She is. And okay, so to be
no offense.
No offense.
We still love her.
But you know what?
Her rust.
We have Shayna and Mark in here that too. I kind of feel the same way about Oasis.
Oasis is
looking a little bit weathered. She could use a little bit of TLC.
Well, Oasis was amplified in 2018.
That's true.
And they did scrape a lot of the rust off then.
Uh-huh.
And that's when they put in
But Oasis is a lot newer than Liberty.
Yes.
But Liberty, so here's the differences though. So Liberty, like when I was there, like I walked in the bathroom of my cabin and I'm like, ooh, I immediately remembered and noticed, and it stood out, the differences to the newer bathrooms. Like just everything from like the shelving to the way, like even though it still has the doors, there was no like the foot pedal to put on, like for you shave your legs and stuff. I'm telling you, that stuff is important to us girls.
It's important.
Just I don't know, like you definitely notice the shelves in the closets, like things that they have kind of tweaked and upgraded on the newer ships are not on the older ships. And although I absolutely love some of the layout and the flow of the ship, those little things, they stand out and they matter.
Now, in the last year, we were on the Carnival Celebration back in May, which still had that new ship smell.
It really did. It was very, very new.
And a year ago, this week, I believe, we were on Norwegian's Prima, which definitely had the new ship smell. There were things that were still like, that hadn't been oiled and greased yet that were still squeaking.
Prima is like a whole story in itself. I love the Prima, guys. I really, really do. I love the Prima, but there's so many things about it that just also, there's just so many add-ons and so many things that I love about it, but I wish that they weren't extras. I wish they weren't upcharges. I wish that they were easier flow. But
so Sugar says we get spoiled cruising on a newer ship. So that's kind of what we wanted to talk about tonight. So we want to hear in the chat, what are some things about the newer ships that you really enjoy? Or on the other side of things, what are some things about the older ships that you feel need a little bit of a little TLC, a little upgrade, a little, but also too, because this comes into another conversation that Julie and I had about some of the older ships and the older layouts of the ships, because we were talking about, we have the 2023 group cruise leaving in 14 days.
Yeah.
We have the 2024 group cruise that's leaving in like 365 days or something like that. So if you haven't booked that one yet, you need to call us. You need to get on the Freedom of the Seas with us.
We have a great rate. Yeah, we have.
It's
guys,
it's a stupid
cruise
rate.
Prices are going up.
Stupid,
like,
ridiculous,
continuously. And we do have that one locked in. So if you do want to get away, it leaves out of Port Canaveral. No,
No.
I'm sorry, Fort Lauderdale. And we do have a really great rate. So 6 nights to Labadee, Grand Cayman, and Jamaica.
Mhm.
And yeah. So.
And you get to cruise with us, which is like an extra port all in itself.
Well, you know.
But yeah, so that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen because you guys want to be on that one with us because it's going to be a lot of fun.
I hate the ticker, guys.
I'll take it down in a minute. It's serving a purpose.
Right.
People need the information, and
Go
that's
for
where
it.
the information is.
Go for it.
Right there at the bottom of the screen is the important information that you need to email.
Go for it.
To howwecruise@gmail.com, or you can use our domain. You can do Brian@howwecruise.com or Julie@howwecruise.com, or like I say on our website, just face New Jersey and yell really, really loud. But that's going to be a fun one because we haven't been on the Freedom of the Seas. We've been on Liberty of the Seas, which is a sister ship. But that's a cool little itinerary. But anyway, what I was saying was we were talking about the 2025 group cruise, and we were trying to determine the right ship for that cruise.
Right.
And I wanted a traditional ship, maybe something with a nice atrium.
So what do you mean when you say traditional?
Like straight.
But that's not traditional. That's just German.
But
versus
no,
like Italian. Like I'm not even kidding you. Like the where these ships are made and who designs the ships like, to determine what they're like. Like straight doesn't mean traditional.
No, but like I like the nice with the atrium and like the normal, like you not getting lost.
Helping out here.
No, I got lost on Prima. I got lost on Celebration.
But because they're different makes
they're like
that has nothing to do with traditional.
Yes, it does. I'm turning this off for you. Let's see. Well, let's look at some of the comments because Sugar says the older ships have bigger cabins and bigger pool. Now, I think that you're right. Now, I'll tell you this though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could sail on a ship with a shower curtain.
We have.
And
the Magic had a shower curtain.
And I hate it. I need the
door.
I need the door. I need the door. Okay. Well, I was spoiled with the door. I was spoiled with the shower door, and now I don't want the shower curtain.
What bothers you about the curtain?
I don't know.
It touching your skin?
I don't like it.
I don't disagree. I'm just trying to like
shower curtain or shower door. Tell us in the chat. We want to know shower curtain or shower door. This is very important. This is how people decide on cruises. Shayna says they love the Spirit class ships on Carnival, which are old too. So hopefully we will enjoy Liberty next year. Yes, you will. You will enjoy Liberty next year. You will absolutely.
Liberty is awesome.
You will enjoy Liberty. Let's see. Chris, so I was actually going to ask you, Rob, because I wasn't sure how old the Eclipse is. It's 13 years old, but I love the size, the layout of the Solstice class ships, and the size of the ship is also the size of the ship is very appealing. So Celebrity has some cool new ships too. Apex is one of their newer ships. And they've got the Edge class ship where they have that bar that goes up and down on the outside of the ship, like an elevator on the side of the ship. Mm-hmm. That's very cool.
Yeah, really.
Let's see. Kevin says we have only been on older ships until next month on Celebration. Freedom was very nice. So Celebrations. Let's talk a little bit about Celebration. Celebration, when we were on it, had still, like I said, had that new cruise ship smell. It was still pretty new. But I think it's almost like each ship is trying to outdo, like, hey, what can we do to draw the crowd, to draw the people, to what can we do to better the last ship that was out, which I guess is what you're supposed to do. But just once, I'd like to see a brand new ship to be like, hey, here's like the model here. Like, this is like a pool deck with a pool. Couple water slides.
Can we talk about the pool deck?
You can do whatever you want. It's your life.
Well, finish what you were going to say.
No, go ahead.
Well, because like you just mentioned something important. I was just on the Liberty, and I remember some of the older Carnival ships being this way too. You have the pool. Carnival only had one pool, and Liberty has like two pools. I love the pool deck of Liberty. Love it. Like it's got like these two pools with this centerpiece, and then like the center like stagey kind of like area, and then it's got tiered levels. So like there's not a bad place to sit on the Liberty of the Seas. Like, not at all. It is fantastic. Absolutely love it. And some of the other Carnival ships that we've been on have the same type of seating. Oasis and the Oasis class ships that we've been on have multiple pools, but I feel like there are like, I don't want to say bad seats, but like I would love to sit on like the tiered level where the pool's like right there versus like sitting on the upper deck on some of the Oasis class. So like I feel like the configuration of the pool deck is important to me, and I feel like the older ships got it right. And I feel like the newer ships, they try to fit and cram more people in, which is cool, but like nobody wants a bad seat. So I don't know. Do you guys have a preference on where you sit?
So we had a question.
Okay.
So thank you for answering that well. So Cruising on the High Seas says, what are the rates starting at 4.2? And I'm assuming you mean for our Freedom of the Seas group cruise next November. And we can get you in a balcony on that one for about $1,700 right now.
For two people.
We have other group rates at other categories. We have some rates for ocean views, which we can do for about $1,300, and an interior we can get you down about $12. So they're really, I mean, we've been picking our group cruises pretty much based on, not based on price, but definitely tracking on that. So Mom says, I love all the offerings on the new ships. I love the quaintness of the old. I guess if someone's making my bed, cooking my food, washing and cleaning my bathroom, I'm good. Yeah, you know that.
Bad day from my mom.
bad day on a cruise is better than a good day at work, right? So I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so can we talk about bad day on a cruise, guys? So I just go off Liberty of the Seas. If anybody's been following, if anybody saw, we left last Thursday. I'm sorry, we left last. What day did I leave on? Sunday? Saturday or Thursday, right? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, Saturday or Thursday. So left Saturday the 14th, 15th. We are trying to navigate around the storm. So it was out of New York. We're going to Bermuda, and we end up anchoring. We left port and we anchor right on the inside of the Verrazano. We literally sat there for at least 24 hours, if not more. Just kind of hanging out. I don't get seasick. I don't. I was not feeling well that first day because I feel like every time I looked out the window, I could see land. But we were anchored. So like maybe there was like some motion. Like there were some people that were not happy. I don't know. Somebody was doing my laundry. Somebody was, or not laundry, but making my bed and changing my towels and cooking my food. I mean, I was happy we were on a cruise ship, but they were calling it the cruise to Staten Island. I don't know why we didn't go further out.
Well, don't make fun of that. Maybe some people would like that.
But if we would have at least,
granted, the Staten Island ferry is free, and I'm sure the Liberty of the Seas was not free.
People could have at least gotten off the ship, because I'll say this: they couldn't open up the shops. Mm-hmm. So if you forgot anything, you couldn't get it, because on the Liberty of the Seas, and that's something that's different between the newer ships and the older ships. Like Oasis has that unboxed store, that vending machine thing. So like there's ways to get things. Liberty, like literally, if you forgot something, you could not get it. So the shops are closed. The casino was closed, and yeah, we were just like floating, and it was raining. It was cold. I guess it would have been fun to like maybe hang out in the hot tubs a little bit, but yeah, it was a different experience. So
well, we'll go to some of the comments.
But just
your mom says her favorite boat was built in the 1040s and now retired from Norway. So if it was built in the 1040s, I'm assuming it was a Viking ship. She was gorgeous, no sides, no walls. You had to row. And I think it was used to attack something, maybe, probably. Julie's not paying attention. She's getting her now.
I'm trying to get this video up, and I don't know what's going on right here. But there's something.
I need a favor
wrong,
from the 23.
I'll put up the end screens later, guys. I'm just gonna get this up.
From the 23 of you in the chat, we do need a favor. We do need you to stay up a little bit past your bedtime. You're going to stick around when we're done here because we're going to premiere the Nassau video, which is going to be way more entertaining than any of this that we're doing right now. Is that your thumbnail?
No.
Okay. Oh, and Cruising on the High Seas says his name is Rob. Glad to meet us. Nice to meet you, Rob, and we will refer to you
Hi, Rob.
by name as opposed to your. Julie Amos has joined us, and so has Sharon at Sea Travel. Nice to see you both. Thank you for coming in. We are discussing right now things that we like about new ships versus things that we don't like about old ships. So feel free to drop that in the chat.
And I'm sorry, guys. I'm usually not working while I do this, but you know.
We'll get caught up on some of these comments. Shayna said people must have been so cranky not to be in international waters on the Liberty. Yes,
It's true. It's true.
Julie was one of them that was cranky.
No, I wasn't. I was not cranky at all, guys. Oh gosh, there's so much to talk about that cruise, but I want to talk about our topic first, and then I can fill in.
Kevin says my Julie would have rioted with the casino being closed. I don't think she would have been alone, and I don't think she was alone. I mean, Julie, were people not happy that the casino was closed?
Yes.
I could see that being a big one.
Where there were people that were walking around like actively complaining that they couldn't get to the casino.
Chris, we're on like 7, bro. Oh, wait, that's from before. Oh, my chat jumped.
Yeah.
Now we're on 7. Yeah. All right, there we go. Chris says, new ships, I like the food choices. So I'll tell you that is definitely one area on the new ships where I think they have stepped up their game. And I will call out NCL on that. And I'm telling you, food.
Okay.
New food options. I think things
gosh, I
the
love
Indulge Food Hall,
so cool.
Even the locals, which is not new.
And so NCL has the Indulge Food Hall, but Carnival has like the what do they call it? The food trucky area. They had those like on the celebration. Do you guys know like what do they call it? They have those
street eats.
Street eats. Those are really cool. Like I like that stuff. Like that's kind of neat to just be able to like go and pick up and yeah.
Well, yes, they were waiting out the storm. Apparently, Bermuda was under some really, really bad weather.
I got home on Thursday. It is Sunday. I still have sea legs. I only felt sick the first day, and that's because we weren't moving, and I kept seeing the land. Like that really messes with my head. So I didn't feel great that day. But we were really, really rocking and I felt fine. But like, I have never experienced sea legs like this long. Like I legit still feel like I'm rocking.
I have never had a problem with a cruise ship, any boat, any excursion that we've done with seasickness. But I'll tell you, you go down to the Jersey Shore, you go out of like Manahawkin or Seabright, and you jump on one of these fishing charters and you go out for a day. And they're like, all right, here we're 5 miles offshore and we're going to sit here and fish, and that boat's going. Yeah, that's enough to get you sick. So I can see that. So Sharon, let's see. I'm going to guess this sounds like Jamie. What about the in between ships? Those are my favorite. I agree. Everybody forgets about the middle child. We'll call these the Kevin ships. I agree. Like a lot of those. So it's like everybody was like doing new ship. And then they got and then it was almost like somebody got some, God bless you.
Thank you.
Somebody got some.
But now you jinxed it.
I know. Somebody got some crazy idea and they said, hey, we're going to take this ship and we're going to take half of it here and we're going to not let you walk through and we're going to put a stage here. And wait a minute. And the guy who designed Oasis is like, wait a minute. What if we took the ship and just split it and went like this? Like I don't know. That's what I mean when I say I like the traditional ships with the traditional atrium or a promenade.
I'm hung up on your word traditional. That's all.
I don't like change.
Okay.
Rob says, what's the average vlogs you make off a 7-night cruise? So I have an idea for my upcoming cruise. Rob, we record 7 days worth of footage, and we break those up into daily vlogs that Julie posts about 4 to 5 years later.
You're so mean. Guys, so a lot of people are like, why and how do you do that? And like, why do you do what you do? Because I think that we record a lot more than even some of the other. It doesn't mean we use it, but we record a lot.
There's a lot on the cutting room floor.
There is, but
mostly the stuff I record.
But
she didn't deny it.
That's true. No, but like our cameras are out anyway. Like we love taking pictures and recording. It doesn't mean I do anything with it. Like I like, whatever. But
well, sometimes we post it to Instagram.
No, I'm talking to even before we vlogged. Even before we vlogged.
Right.
Like our cameras were always out. So it's not new for us to just have our cameras out and be filming. So we film a lot. We literally film from the time that we get up, and we film all day long. And like it was kind of really fun to figure out this whole vlogging thing and put it together and piece it into kind of like it's a vlog, but like a daily diary of how we spend our day. You guys legit see just about everything we do during the day, from the time we wake up until the time we go to bed. That's how we cruise. And
yeah. Well, and again, you came up with Julie came up with the name of the channel, and that's kind of where kind of how we did. Sorry, I just had a stroke. No, but the whole purpose of it was like we got started in this because we were out there looking for stuff to show our kids, what it's like to cruise with kids, and we just really couldn't find a lot of what married up to what was going to be the experience we were looking for. So we said, well, if it's not out there, we'll put it out there. And there's tons of vlogs out there, and we showed all of them to our kids. There's tons of ship tours, and we showed all those to our kids, and we love every single one of them. We've tried to do ship tours, and we're not super great at it. But showing you our day-to-day.
We haven't really done ship tours. We actually we do cabin tours, and actually we don't even have all of them up.
No.
But like ship tours, we've kind of like.
But where we think our sweet spot is showing you what we do on a day-to-day basis. And that's what we like to share with people. And, we like to think that if we like to watch it, then people like to watch it too. So hopefully you're liking what we put out here. And if you're spending your Sunday night with us, I'm guessing that you do. So
the whole reason we started this channel is because we were searching for content that we couldn't find. We couldn't find content on the things that we were looking for about cruising with kids. And I think that there is more content out there now, but I'm just saying like we couldn't find it at the time. So that's why we started. So we welcome all the channels. I think it's really, really cool. And
Kevin says, I hate when I get forgotten by my parents. Are you a middle child too, Kevin? Our Kevin is the middle child. That's why we make the joke. So
hey, Chuck got left behind by my parents.
And he's the baby. He's
the baby, and his girlfriend at the time, who's now his wife, was with them. So Kate was in the car, and my parents.
You're calling out your mother live on YouTube. Right?
I know. No, my mom's okay with that, but because we laugh about this all the time. They were going on a trip years ago, and they went to get gas, and I don't know, my brother used the restroom or something like that, and they get back in the car and they start to pull away, and they left him. They got down the road before they realized they left them.
All right. Well, going back to our thing.
Sorry. Yeah.
Going back to our topic, Kevin says, bring back the midnight buffet.
Yes. Totally agree. One of my favorite things.
I mean, I love me some late night pizza. But to have some other options other than a late night pizza.
I love that about NCL. Like I liked when we were at Oceans and the wings, and you got the burger and.
Oh, it is Sharon, not Jamie. Jamie is feeling depressed over his Chargers.
I'm
Well,
so
yeah.
glad.
How about that? I worked all day, and the Giants actually won. Who knew? Who would have thought? You know. Let's see. Let's see. Chris said they had. So I'm assuming we're back to the Liberty. Had it happen to me on a casino cruise from Florida. It's the reason I use the seasickness patch. Yeah, you get in those that floating situation. Let's see here. Chris says until I take over the socials, it's constantly a threat. It's constantly a threat. Occasionally I do post stuff. Most of the stuff you see posted comes from Julie.
But everything you post is really well.
It's quality, not quantity, Julie. If you've seen
fighting words.
if you've seen our TikTok recently, and you see what TikToks have the most views,
stop it.
I'm just saying.
Stop it.
Just saying. But if you haven't seen it yet,
some of them though, you might.
Josie's on a vacation. Just saying.
Far away.
Yes.
Come on, let's talk it over.
Kyle. Kyle says I have to go to work tomorrow, 4 days, then off this Friday coming up. Thank you for joining us, Kyle. Good to see you. Mom says in the dining room. Oh, they're talking about the Norway. Were you on the Norway with them, or was that your parents?
Norway? Yeah, no. Yeah, that was the very first cruise that I went on.
There was a glass wall where you looked at people swimming in the pool.
Oh, yeah, that was down in the club though. It was, if you remember, there was that downstairs bar, and then they had like portholes into the pool, and you could see into the pool where people.
You know where I saw? You know where else that is?
I remember that.
If you've been, now we're not really a Disney channel. We can book Disney, but we don't really typically.
Well, we do, but yeah.
But if you go to Epcot and in the seas, there's a restaurant, and you can look into the aquarium.
Yep.
And I distinctly remember we had the opportunity to scuba dive in the aquarium tank, and most of the people were like messing with the fish, and there's some sharks in there. I was swimming over to the windows where people were eating, and banging on the windows. I don't know why I thought that was funny at the time, but I thought it was hilarious.
How old were you?
This might have been last year. No, I'm kidding. Probably 15 years ago.
We've been married for 14, so probably more.
So it was probably 20 years ago. I don't know. It was fun. Kevin was the middle child, but we will not forget you, and well, we will not forget you as much as we don't forget our Kevy. How about that? Julie says she was the oldest and the forgotten child. We both feel your pain. Rob says, what's your thoughts on the Carnival drink limit? What's your thoughts on the Carnival drink limit? I think their drinks are stronger than Royal Caribbean.
Yeah. It's frustrating though, because I think that easily we don't hit the 15. But just knowing that it's there, I think sometimes makes you like, if you get it, like I feel very much more like I can't try a drink because I'm afraid I'm not going to like it. Like I'm just more cautious about like whatever. I feel like, I mean, I prefer like the Royal and the NCL package where you don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. And then it's not even on my mind. I think that Carnival, I mean, if you drink, there's also different types of drinks, right? So like if you drink like a White Claw or a seltzer, that's very different from drinking 15 martinis a day. So I don't know. Like I feel like.
Chris says, is it a limit or a goal? And I suppose that depends on who you are. And there's plenty of videos out there that challenge that exact topic.
That's a really good point too. Like sometimes like it makes you think more like about, are you actually getting your whatever? Like I don't think about it at all on the other lines, but when I'm on Carnival, I do think about it. I'm like, okay, like you can't whatever. Like,
to be fair, when Julie and I first met, we argued about all-inclusive vacation
We did.
versus cruise vacation.
Mhm.
And I was of the all-inclusive vacation because my thought was exactly what Julie just said. If I order some food or if I order a drink and I don't like it, or if I order a drink and then I decide to go in the pool or in the ocean and one of the staff cleans up my drink, or it gets maybe I'm sitting there talking. For any of you who know me know that I might have a tendency to talk. If my drink gets warm and I don't want it anymore because that drink doesn't taste good warm, I could just get another one and not worry about it. So that limit on Carnival is something that it's always in our mind. Now, granted, I think Carnival's drinks are strong enough that it's you're fine.
What are your thoughts? What do you guys think?
Kevin says on Royal we got to 24 on the Coco K day. One must start the day with a Bloody Mary, mimosa, and an Irish coffee with breakfast. I mean, there's 3 right there before 10. I mean, hey, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. But I will say this. The Coco Locos.
We've always gotten our money's worth of the drink package, though. Every single time. I don't think we've ever lost.
So the break-even point, because y'all know I do my spreadsheets, the break-even point is somewhere between 5, 6, or if you get a really great deal on it, 7 drinks a day. But mostly you're floating in that 5 to 6 drinks a day, which, as Kevin pointed out for us, because I'm not forgetting you, as he pointed out, if you have that mimosa or Bloody Mary in the morning, and then you have a beer with your lunch and maybe a beer or 2 by the pool, and then you have a glass of wine with dinner, and now you're sitting at the show and you want to have a nice bourbon or a nice martini, you've evened yourself out right there, just right there. Now you want to hit it any harder than that, you should be purchasing a drink package because you're going to be saving yourself money in the long run. Shayna says, you talk, Brian? No. Oh, here, I'll put it on the screen. You talk, right? No. Now I'm self-conscious.
What?
You finish the show. I'm not going to talk anymore.
Why?
I'm teasing.
I don't.
Sugar says, that's easy to drink 7. Yes, you're right. That's exactly our point. I saw a really good comment here that I wanted to put. I wanted to say hello to the other Sugars in the house, and I can't find his comment, but Sugar's here. Sugar's here. Good to see you. Nice to see you. Cruise food better than all. Yes. And this is where we've been seeing with our recent cruises, at least on Royal, what we've been seeing is them kind of backing off a little bit on the quality of the food, especially in like main dining room, things like that. We've seen it across all lines, and we do feel like it's kind of encouraging people to try out some of the specialty dining that conveniently they charge for. Works out very well for the cruise lines, but this is definitely true. Julie and I went to an all-inclusive for her birthday. I surprised her with a trip for her birthday. The tail end of COVID. We went down to Dominican Republic, and Julia, I would say, has definitely the more sensitive palate than I have, and she was not impressed with the food at that resort, which shall remain nameless because I kind of liked it. The burgers and hot dogs were fantastic. Rob says, doesn't matter to me. I'm not a big drinker, but I did get the Cheers package. And I'll bet you it still worked out for you. Even not being a big drinker, I still think it works out for you.
Well, I mean, remember, too, it's not just your alcoholic drinks. You get your specialty coffees. You get your juices. You get milkshakes. You get smoothies. If
you're a coffee drinker,
you get sodas.
It can be worth it too. Like a specialty coffee, like your lattes and your
yes. And like everybody talks about Starbucks. They have Starbucks like on most of the ships, on a lot of the lines.
Starbucks is everywhere. I think they're actually Starbucks might actually own private islands that cruise ships can stop at.
But at least I can speak for Royal Caribbean. Like the coffee in this video the other, like the Royal Promenade and things like that, like the coffee there is also Starbucks. So,
Oh, Jamie has now jumped in. He's been allowed out from behind his editing window and says, I fancy myself a decent drinker.
Listen,
And I might
I'm
only hit the
multitasking
15
here, Jamie.
limit
It's
drink
going up tonight.
once or twice on a 7-day cruise.
4 months. Is enough.
I call BS. Will says the only thing I don't like about the drink package is they make all adults in the room buy it. Now, yes,
Agreed.
that is correct. However, if you have a reason and you call in, or you have your travel agent call in, there are things that you can do to work your way around that.
You can get around that, and we have personal experience with that too. So yeah, you can have one person get. I mean, there's a number of reasons. You're just not a drinker. Health reasons, pregnancy, recovering. Like there are reasons how you can get out of that.
That
but
is
you
pretty
do
extreme.
Have to prove it.
That is pretty extreme to have another child just to avoid the drink package. You said pregnancy. I was saying I don't want to pay for a second drink package, so I'm going to have another child. That's a bit extreme. Together We Travel is joining us.
But there's a lot of people who do go on cruises pregnant.
Yeah.
And if you had to buy the drink package, or if you just succumbed to having to buy the drink package.
Succumbed?
Yeah. I don't know.
Funny that you say that. Kevin says we've done the Rio in the Bahamas and it was horrible food wise. Funny that you say that.
How about that?
Maybe it's Rio. This video not sponsored by Rio. Julie says depends on which line you're on with the drink packages. That's true. Shayna says we are the same, although 2 more cruises we had that included we enjoyed drinks and definitely drank more on NCL, but average 3 to 4 a day at most. Some days more, but other hardly any.
So,
and you know what?
I have a question.
Oh,
for you guys in the chat, do you guys have a favorite line that you like for drinks? Like, who do you like? Who makes the best drinks? What line? I have an opinion. Do you have an opinion?
Makes the
I don't know.
best drinks.
Guys, if you think that you have a line that makes the best drinks, or if you have a favorite drink on a line, put it in the chat.
I know who makes the best drinks.
Me.
Kent makes the best drinks.
Oh, yes. Yes. Kent definitely makes the best drinks. And guys, I just want to say,
with apologies
hello,
to Cowboy
I
and Placid
made
and all of the
into
fantastic
the chat.
bartenders that we've had along the years.
I did finish up the work that I was doing while I am on the live, and I am now in the chat. But I will say this: 15 likes, guys. If you don't mind hitting the like button, we have a lot more people that in the chat. Give us a like and let us know if you enjoy.
Shayna says Dr. L made really good tasting drinks in Sid Norman's. Now we love Sid Norman's. Sid Norman's is a great feature. And again, just like our typical lives, we've completely derailed from the topic that we started with. So we'll throw it out there again.
White ship, blue ship.
Right.
That's a very creative title. You did a good job.
So just to kind of bring it back around, because I do want a few more opinions. The whole reason we brought this up for anybody who showed up late is Julie was just on Liberty of the Seas, which is due for some refurbishment. And recently we've been on the Carnival Celebration and the NCL Prima, which were newer ships that were, fantastically new, clean and everything like that. And we were curious about everyone's opinions of the old ships versus the new ships.
One of the things that I asked the crew, we love talking to the crew. We love the crew. We really appreciate the crew. I always make sure that we tell them that. We also make sure that we compensate them with, tips and things of that sort too. But also compliments. We also talk to them and recognize that they're away from their families. They're working really, really hard, and let them know that they're appreciated. But something that I ask the crew every single cruise, and I ask them everywhere, is, how many contracts have you been on? What's your favorite ship? And why? And what ships do you like? And every single crew that I've ever talked to has said that they like the older ships. And that's because they're designed differently. And they said that the older ships are designed more in the crew's favor. It's easier for them to get their job done, especially people like the servers, whether they're in the dining room or whether they're in the bars. They have to go and get their supplies, so they have to go and restock, and they have to go get things in the middle of their shift, and they have to do it very quickly. And they said that the ship is easier to navigate for them. They said the newer ships,
Probably because it's straight with a central atrium or a promenade. Just
Anyway.
saying.
the newer ships make it much more difficult for them to do that, or it's a lot bigger, or it's a lot further. So every single crew member that I've ever talked to has said that, and I always find it interesting.
There was nothing that annoyed me more than when we got.
And they always say it
Harmony
with
of the
kindness,
Seas.
and like they're never complaining, and they're not complaining about the newer ships. But I mean, I ask them a pointed question. I say very specifically, what do you like and why? So sorry, I didn't mean to pick up.
No, but you were talking about the making it easy for the crew to get around. I said there was nothing that annoyed me more than when we got on Harmony of the Seas and we said we want to register the kids for Adventure Ocean. And we said, we looked at the thing and said, oh, Adventure Ocean's on deck 14. So we took the elevator up to deck 14 and we couldn't go across deck 14. So we had to go up to deck 15 and then back down.
I just
to
got
deck
off Oasis,
14.
but I just got off Liberty too. And I gotta tell you, Liberty is the exact same way. I had to go multiple times from Studio B down on deck 3. And I was up and the main dining room was on what I always had to go. So I've just found that if I would always go to deck 5, because my cabin was on deck 9. Was on 9 or 11? I don't know. I don't even remember anymore. I was on deck 9. I just constantly always went to deck 5 because I know you can get all the way across the ship on deck 5. But Oasis is a little bit different because they have Central Park and they have the boardwalk on different floors, and you just cannot get across the ship.
Nope.
So those are challenges.
Let's see. Sharon says we've heard the same. Some of our favorites are usually on the newer ships that are starting to go back to the older ships. It also has to do with their bosses on the newer ships. Yeah, that's very true. Sugar says Liberty of the Seas, easy ship to get around. So that sounds like you should come with us on the Freedom of the Seas, her sister ship, next year. No pressure. Other than the fact that we just called you out. Let's see here. Kevin says on Region 7 Seas, they had Johnny Walker Blue in our room. So one might say he made the best drinks.
So you know what?
You've been on Region 7 Seas. That's awesome.
Do you know
I
what
want to hear
Liberty was
about
doing
that.
when I got on Liberty?
Floating?
In
one place?
We were floating all right. We were just anchored, just hanging out. Anyway, they were having a stock your minibar sale. So for the first 2 days, it wasn't even just the first day. It was like first 1, 2, maybe even 3 days. It was go and buy a bottle and take it to your room.
Ooh.
Which we haven't seen on the other ships.
That's kind of new.
It was
kind of like it.
Well, I don't remember. I don't. Do you guys were we just missing this because we had the drink package? Because I would everywhere we went in the Royal Promenade, there were tables with just bottles, and they're like, stop your minibar and buy whatever you wanted. Buy the bottle there on the ship. Now I've seen where you can buy the bottle before you get on the ship and have it sent to your room.
Well, we've also seen on some of the ships that we've been on, coming back on purchasing something in the duty free and walking back onto the ship, and they haven't been consistently taking that bottle.
But they're supposed to.
They're supposed
to. So if you whatever. But this was literally get on the ship, use your Sail and Sign card or your CPAS card to purchase the bottle and have it sent to your room. So I was like, ooh, okay, yeah. If you didn't want to buy the full drink package, but you just wanted a bottle in your room, here we go.
I'm going to hit a few more comments because we've been going for almost an hour now, and we need to give everybody enough time to go to the bathroom before they start stuff back in for the premiere. Or get another drink, whichever you're going to do. Get a snack, maybe some popcorn.
There was something else I wanted to talk about.
Because how long? Hold on. Let's make sure everybody can properly prepare. How long is the video for the premiere?
How long is the video?
How long do we get it down to?
I think it's about 18 minutes.
All of Nassau, a full day of Nassau in only 18 minutes. So you can all spare 18 minutes.
It was a really great day.
Kevin brings up my favorite point. He says, I will need to go on more cruise lines to test my hypothesis. I have said this constantly. I cannot pick a favorite ship until I've been on every single one. I can't pick a favorite country until I've seen every single one. But most importantly, as I've said to Julie since the day we got married, I can't pick a favorite state until I've been to all 50 states, which I will.
Brian did tell me he wasn't going to leave the country until he's been to all 50 states, and you've left the country and you haven't been to all 50 states.
I got a little lax. 500 travelers is here. They
I
said,
finished the video. It is uploaded.
Laura says, hi guys, if you think you make the best drinks, Virgin Voyage's Sweet Level comes with a fully stocked bar included in your room with all kinds of mixers. We need to cruise with Laura. We'll be hanging out in your room.
Yeah, but do you want to go on Virgin Voyages?
No. Listen, there was an experience in Las Vegas that if you know me or if you want to sit with me at a bar, I will explain to you. So funny, not on a YouTube live, but we will discuss my opinions on Las Vegas and why I
Can I say this though? No. I've only been to Las Vegas once, and I was pregnant. I was pregnant with Brian. Yeah. So the only time I've been to Las Vegas, I couldn't eat all the food. I couldn't drink any of the drinks. And I was tired and cranky and not feeling my best because I always felt kind of when I was pregnant. So I really want to go back.
Rob has a question. What is your drink ratio? 2 beers to 1.
Whoa,
what's that word?
Good one.
What's that word?
It's water.
I'm not familiar with what that is.
I drink a lot of water.
Oh.
But everybody else drinks water.
I just switch between IPAs and lagers, which I think that's kind of the same thing. Chris, it sounds like a good story. It depends on who you are as to whether or not it's a good story or a traumatizing experience.
You got a couple of weeks and we'll tell you that story.
Or a traumatizing experience that required years of therapy. Shana says, Brian, what about territories, Puerto Rico, Guam, Virgin Islands, or DC?
Happy anniversary, Shana.
You always got to throw a wrench in the works. She can't just no, because she's throwing. I don't know. Puerto Rico. Yeah, I do want to go to Puerto Rico. I do want to go. And U.S. Virgin Islands, we will be in St. Thomas on Icon of the Seas.
Yes.
So going back earlier, talking about new ships. We will be on the newest ship, the newest class.
I'm going to ask a question.
No more than...
Because we've talked about this. I want to know what everybody else thinks. We're going to be on Icon. We're going to be on Icon for the inaugural. We cannot wait. It's gonna, I mean, just what an experience. Super excited for that. We're going to have the kids with us. We're going to be in multiple ports. St. Thomas, St. Kitts. Where else do we go?
It's St. Thomas, St. Kitts, and Coco Cay.
Okay. Anyway. We have debated, do we get off at every port? Do we get off at some ports? Or do we stay on the ship and explore a little bit because it's such a big ship and it's such a new ship? I mean, like I know you guys have a thought? Like
we talk about the Oasis class ships.
And if you're going to be on it, let us know and then tell us what are you doing? Like, should we get off? Should we stay on?
We spent a week on an Oasis class ship. We spent a week on a Carnival Excel class ship. We spent not a whole week on a Prima class ship. And we did not get the opportunity to experience everything on those newer ships. These newer ships are not designed for you to see everything on the ship in 5 to 7 days. So,
but also we don't want to see everything on the ship. And we've talked about this before too. That's why we're how we cruise, right? Well, no. I mean, like, we're not big.
Well, not the gym.
No, I mean, like, we prefer to be like outside with like the water parks and the pools and the things around the ship and the decks than being like inside at trivia, right? So like we're not going to experience everything when we know that, but we want to see the whole ship.
Laura says, what are you doing in St. Thomas? We're struggling to find a good activity there. Laura.
Hit us up.
Yeah.
We're going to talk.
We got you. Don't worry.
We got a great idea.
We got you covered.
Because we know what we want to do in St. Thomas. I don't know. Yeah, I think we know what we are, but
we know what we're going to do in St. Thomas.
I think we're getting off in St. Thomas, but I don't know. But I also want the kid. I don't know.
Sharon says I would get off the ship if there are new ports for you. Yeah,
that's great advice. Yeah,
it is true.
Although you can always go back too. So
this is true.
St. Thomas we've been to a number of times. St. Kitts I know I've been to, but I don't remember.
Shayna says
So
we're staying
maybe we wanna get
on
out
this
there.
week at Cape Canaveral.
And Coco Cay
Really
we've been
want to
off
enjoy the ship.
forever.
And
Yeah,
you know what,
really
Shayna?
nice.
There's plenty of places on Oasis for you to enjoy while everybody gets off the ship. Chris says if you get lost, sometimes you wind up in the gym.
I walked
can't say
through
that's
the
ever
gym
happened.
on Liberty of the Seas. I didn't actually work out.
Is there a bar in the gym?
There is the Vitality Bar. It's
Well,
you
maybe-
can get like smoothies
Maybe-
and protein shakes.
Oh, that's not a bar.
Guys,
What time's our premiere?
10:15.
10:15. All right. You all have 12 minutes left. For any final questions or comments about new versus old ships. Somebody tell me something good about an old ship or something bad about an old ship.
I love the ships. I love them. I'll say this: like, I really felt very comfortable on Liberty of the Seas. And what year was that?
Like Liberty
that
of
was
the Seas.
2007 ship. 2007.
7 or 8.
Yeah, right around there. Which I mean, that's not even that old. But
No. Oasis is 2009.
yeah. So look, Liberty and Oasis right there. I mean,
The only difference is Liberty's the middle child. Oasis got taken care of.
so let's talk back about like, and I compared Liberty of the Seas to like the Carnival Liberty, right? So both same name, but Carnival Liberty and Liberty of the Seas, very similar pool decks. Carnival Liberty smaller than Liberty of the Seas, but like very good flow. They both have really good flows. My biggest hang up with the older ships is I love the flow. I love getting around and maneuvering around the ship. I love the decor of all of them. I'm going to say the bathrooms. The bathrooms. Every time.
Shower doors. We go back to what we talked. Everybody agreed with me. Julie says the older ships are classy. Maybe that's what I was trying to get.
They are. They really are classy.
And have that old lovely feeling to them.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe that's what I was trying to get at. Kevin says though that the older ships
I like
tend to be
classy
smaller
better than traditional. Because traditional, I mean, yeah.
Bring back the days when I can skeet
So
shoot off the
Kevin,
back
we're
of
gonna
the
have a
ship and
bathtub
rent
on
the tuxedo.
Anthem. So we are in a junior suite
Where
on
are you
Anthem.
getting a bathtub?
Bring back the bathtubs.
I'm on this.
Yeah, well, I'm ahead of you.
Well,
What else?
then
is
you got to
new?
tell me to look on it. All right.
What else is new?
Rob says good about the old, usually better crew to passenger ratio. Bad, the entertainment usually is a notch down versus the newer ships. I will agree with that. The entertainment on the newer ships is definitely top notch.
See, hold on a second. The entertainment has nothing to do with the ship. It has to do with what they put it on.
Well,
Because,
but
Liberty Seas-
where are they going to?
They had a brand new show on Liberty of the Seas, and it was that on-air show or in the air show or whatever. I think it was called On Air or whatever. And it was a very aerial. It reminded me of, is it the Most Magnificent Circus? The greatest, whatever. The one on the Celebration. Lots of aerial acts, and they did try to bring the show out into the audience a little bit. Definitely not as much as on the Celebration, but a brand new show and top notch. I mean, it was really, really good. So I mean, it all depends on what they're gonna like. Entertainment is like that's something that
Now,
flows.
We're going to see a brand new show on Icon, assuming that it's ready.
Excited.
Assuming that it's ready.
Yeah.
Which I heard when they debuted Wonder, the inaugural sailing, not everything was ready for Wonder. It sounds like everything's kind of on track for Icon. We'll see.
I think that they've been aggressive with
We'll
their timeline, but I feel like they gave themselves ample time, and we know that it's already on the water. It's already sailing. It's already test sailing. It's already out there. So
we know who the casino host is going to be.
That's true. Yep.
We know who the cruise director is going to be.
Yep.
We know several of several people that are going to be on that ship. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And I'm gonna say too, like again, I talked to the crew a lot, and I've been asking all the crew since the Icon was announced. And by the way, the Star is gonna be the second one. So Icon of the Seas and Star of the Seas.
Not happy about that.
The name. Yeah.
No.
But I asked the crew, and it's 50-50. Some of them are like, yeah, I definitely want to get on. I can't wait. That would be such an opportunity. That'd be awesome. And the others are like, either A, it's too big, no, don't want to be on it, or B, I want to wait to be on it. Give it a good solid year to iron out all the kinks, and then I'd love to be crew on that ship. So yeah, we'll see.
But the one thing about the Icon that they keep talking about is that they have enhanced the crew area. Their dining areas,
I
their
can't wait to hear if that's
cabins
really
are
true.
supposed to be better quality for them than on some of the older ships. And some of the older ships didn't necessarily. Now, again, I don't think they're putting them in like suites or anything like that, but it's supposed to give them a little bit more space, a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more comfort, which, what they deserve, absolutely deserve. So, but that's kind of what we're looking forward to about these newer ships. So to kind of wrap this up here, there's some really cool things about newer ships, and it sounds like the agreement in the chat, the best thing that newer ships have come out with is shower doors.
I don't think it's a newer ship thing.
Sure it is.
Well, no, it's a Carnival versus Royal thing.
No.
No? Okay.
It's newer. Prima had shower doors. Celebration had shower doors.
Well, yeah, you're right. All the newer ships do.
Right, that's
right.
Carnival Magic.
Royal had them first, though.
Carnival Magic did not have shower doors. Carnival Magic had a shower curtain.
Yeah, right. But the Liberty had shower doors.
Liberty's newer-ish.
Anyway, I will say this though. It needs to have the bar. Liberty didn't have the bar.
That's a big. We've turned this into an hour live about cruise ship showers.
Bathrooms are important. Bathrooms are important.
We will change the title of the video.
I also think pool decks are important. To me,
Pool decks are really important.
And I love the layout of the older ships.
You know what ship had a pool deck that I really liked? Norwegian's Pride of America.
All I remember about that one is you standing on a chair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But that had a good pool deck. The pool was large.
Yeah.
There were multiple bars available. There were multiple pools, bar servers.
Mm-hmm.
There was available food nearby,
mm-hmm.
and it was not super crowded, and it was multi-tiered.
There you go.
It was good.
There you go. I think multi-tiered is something that's really cool. I like that. So.
And Sugar agrees. Need more pools.
Yes.
Need more pools. Icon of the Seas. Icon of the Seas, the entire top deck, I think, is water. It's just you've got the
what do they call it? A Category 6 water park?
You've got the Category 6 water park. You've got the largest pool at sea with a swim up bar in the pool. You've also got an infinity pool over the edge. You've got the beach club or the
I do like the infinity pools over there. Like and Celebration had that too. They had like that at the back of the ship. They had that kind of infinity-ish area. Well, the pool didn't come right up, but like it did. Like whatever, we were sitting there. I like that.
Kevin says, just like a house, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom. That is where you spend most of your time. Unless you are me, then the couch is up there also. Now, I will say that we have been on several cruise ships, and having the couch in the room when you have kids is important, especially if it's a pull-out couch, because it makes more space for all the shit. Will says, good night all. Will, you have not been excused, sir. We have a
good night, Will.
We have a premiere coming in 8 minutes. 8 minutes, right?
No, it's 10:12. It's coming up in 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay, we're going to shut it down. Everybody log out of this one. We'll see you over in the premiere.
Well, guys, yeah, we
Thank
are
you
premiering
for-
our Nassau video. If you if you are so inclined, please check it out. Make sure you hit the like button. We're so happy to have you. And I'm sorry it took so long. I promise that the next one will not take as long. And
Don't make promises you can't keep.
yeah, when we were in Nassau, well, real quick, I'll just give a prelude to it. So we chartered a boat and we went out snorkeling. We went out to a private island out on Rose Island. We had a great time. We ended up seeing Aeromyth, which was the Aerosmith cover band. We ended up seeing the Aquas show. We ended up, it was a really, really great day. That's why, yeah.
All right, everyone. You've got 1 minute. Go refill your drinks, and we'll see you in a few minutes over on the premiere of our day 4 of Oasis of the Seas when we went to visit Nassau. And we'll see you in a minute. Or
CNZs.